Hey guys, Marmalade here on my PCT. I'm so stoked. Let's tell you about a little bit about today. It is March 3rd, so 3/3/20, and I started. If you saw where I parked, and I didn't really show it very clearly, but I started at mile marker 77, which is Scissors Crossing, and I decided to come up on. This is what is today? A Tuesday. It's a lot less crowded on the weekdays, and it's come up to do a test. I have a brand new tent that I'll show you in this. I just did a gear review for it on my channel, but first time sleeping in it, and a lot of little things that are new. A lot of little things I'll show you, but just wanted to try out my new tent. It's beautiful today. It's a high of about 75. Yes, March 3rd is 75, but the low is going to be supposedly around 37. So to still get chilly at night, just like it did last year at this time when I was on my through hike. But the purpose of this hike is to test gear, like I said, and to get out and get some hiking going on. I also thought I'd show you guys some of the tent spots along the way. There's some really good ones. I'm at one now, and I'm kind of in a cove. I normally do this walking down the trail, but it's too windy. You wouldn't hear me. So I found this cove, but there's a couple good spots I'll show you here. But I thought, if you start, normally when I've hiked here, I've started at mile marker 77, Scissors Crossing, and I go to Third Gate Water Cache, which is about 14 point something miles. But let's say you go into Julian and you don't get back, or you get a late start coming back from Julian, and you just want to get from under the bridge and get on trail. I'm at mile marker 79.4, so 2.4 miles. I started about 2:30 in the afternoon. It's about 3:30, it's almost 4 o'clock now. I don't know how far I'm going to go. These are the perfect spots for sheltering from the wind, but I feel like just hiking a couple miles isn't enough, like 2.5 miles. So I'm going to go a couple more miles, try to show you some more spots, and maybe I can find a good stealth spot. But heck, if I have to try my new tent in the wind, then I do, and that's a good thing. But let me show you a couple of these spots here. If you just want to get out of town, like I said, and get out of Scissors Crossing, go a few miles. I'll show you looking back from where I came from. There's some really good spots here. You can see really flat, smooth sand. I always eye these when I'm hiking here. I've hiked here probably, including my through hike last year, through hike attempt. I probably hiked here 8 or 10 times. And then when you go up here, just you're making kind of a U-turn on the trail. But you can see, ooh, almost tripped. You can see right here behind me, really good spots. I'm trying to show you without the sun, but really flat. And man, I bet you if you line them up, you could get literally 6 or 8 tents. Let me get in the shade here for you guys. There we go. I can see back here. Really good spots. Looking back where I came from, you can see down there. But yeah, this whole thing is probably, and there's some more back there I can't see, but this whole thing's probably 50 yards long. I mean, if you lined up tents here, you literally could get 8 or 10 tents in here. So a little breeze, but not too bad. Yeah, so those are some good spots now. And you only ever trip when you're filming. So anyway, let's keep going. I want to go at least a mile or two more, get about 3 to actually 4 or 5 miles in today. I'm going to camp, spend the night, and then get up in the morning, come back the same way. But anyway, thanks for watching. Let me show you more of this beautiful trail. All right, so part of my new stuff I'm trying out with my new tent is I have a piece of Tyvek now underneath my tent. I'm getting ready to put my new Altiplex up, and you can put up the tent with the minimum of 6 stakes, but I used the whole 10, so I got 6 new Easton Nano aluminum stakes. They're 8 inches long, so they're kind of long, but they're super strong, and they'll go through hard dirt. They're very, very light. And then the rest of mine are just V stakes that are aluminum. They're also light. So these all are very light together. But yeah, so I'm going to try out the new tent, Tyvek, and some new stakes. So we'll see how that works. All right, how sweet is this spot? just enough room for my tent, and that's it. I like it, it's protected on the backside, but it's literally right on the trail. You can see here, but look at this. I'm gonna get to watch from this little valley. I'm gonna watch the sunset tonight. It's gonna set right there. Perfect. Couldn't ask for more. But I'm gonna get my stuff set up in my tent and then eat something and just relax. Oh yeah. So I may or may not have put too much hot sauce in this. Holy smokes. Anyway, it's really good though. I'm enjoying it. Hope you enjoyed today, and we'll be getting up early tomorrow and heading back down the way you saw, and hopefully get some good footage for you tomorrow. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the morning. Good morning, good morning. Marmalade on the PCT again. How's everybody doing? Well, had a interesting night. Just left my camp, by the way, at 6:40 a.m. Got up at 6 and just wanted to head out and get on the trail. I was kind of hankering to hike. So part of the reason coming out here is to try all kinds of new things, but also my new tent, which I'm really stoked about. But it was a learning lesson. It's part of the reason why I come out here and do this, and why you guys should do this too before you do a through hike. I struggle with my new tent, and it was semi-collapsed on me. Part of the problem is that you have to have it a certain height, and my hiking poles barely go to that height. And I don't have baskets on my poles, at least not here in the desert. And the camp spot was perfect, but it was soft sand, so when I set my tent up initially, it was kind of okay, but not great. But everywhere else, when I first bought this tent, I set it up 2 different times. One for my gear video, and one just because I was excited when I got it. And it seemed to be set up pretty well. But in this sand, everything kind of collapsed into the sand. It became super droopy. So when I was in my tent, you know, the tent was touching my head almost, and my feet, and just kind of all over the place. The bathtub was not raised up. So that was a good learning lesson. I realized a couple things. And I'm gonna order that pole jack, which will raise my pole up higher. To get the proper pitch, you know, tent pitch, you have to have it high enough on this particular tent. And I want it high enough because I'm tall, and that's the purpose I got it, because it's how tall it is on the inside. So I'll be ordering the pole jack, which extends my trekking pole higher so I can get the proper pitch even in sand. Even the tent stakes were tough because everything was in soft sand. I did use rocks though. But overall, it was kind of a restless night sleeping. Didn't sleep that great because I learned another thing. I have in the interest of going lighter and smaller and all that, you guys have heard me go on and on about, I have a Thermarest Neo Air X-Lite air mattress, and it's standard width, standard length. It's 12 ounces, and it is way too narrow for me. I'm always falling off of it. When I flip over, I can't get it centered. I can't. So I've already spent a lot of time in REI, and that's where I bought it, and I could return it and get the wider one in standard length is what I want, but they don't get it. So now I have to maybe possibly order it straight from Thermarest or get a different one, kind of air mattress, and then return it. So the other thing too is with this new type of material, it's pretty slippery. So my air mattress was sliding all over the place as I flipped over on each side, you know, when I'd wake up and kind of flip over. So whatever air mattress I end up with, I'll probably put some silicone dots on the underside so it'll stick and stay, you know, where it's in place. So yeah, I learned a lot of stuff. Like I said, I left at 6:40. By the way, I never said how far I went last night. I went a little shorter than I thought I was going to. I went 3.5 miles where I camped, but it was pretty windy on the exposed area. It's like really windy, so I picked that spot because it was the only kind of blocked from the wind spot out here in this little stretch. The next bunch of spots were all like on top of a hill, and as you can tell, there's no trees or really anything to block the wind. So anyway, so now we're hiking southbound back to the car, back to Scissors Crossing. Have 3.5 miles and almost all downhill. So it'll be an easy morning, and I'll just take you along with me, okay? Hope you're just having a good day, and let's check out more of this trail.
We're lying there on the bed above the sheets. No one's saying a word, but I can feel your heartbeat. I stare into your eyes and you into mine, lying perfectly still, like we are frozen in time. I don't want this to be over, don't want the morning to come. My head upon your shoulder, wishing that you would say, I think you should stay, I think you should stay. I want you to say that it's getting late. I want you to stay, I want you to stay. We were young, no one dared to make the first move. You and me in the night, two souls in the moonlight. I stare into your eyes and you into mine, lying perfectly still, like we have frozen time. I don't want this to be over,